no one's here. I don't know why I'm even bothering saying hello. I just got done watching Joe X's video, and I had some errands to run, and I thought I would address it since we're back. Why are you following me, puppy? So I got a bunch of comments on the video I did addressing the Joe X situation. You guys know I told everybody to grow up, and I said how disappointed I was in the community and things like that. Those still stand. Regardless of what happened with Joe, those things that I said in that video, kind of the Joe situation was the straw that broke the camel's back. Brandon Thrasher, Shredder Knife Reviews, Hinder Collector, who used to be Skywarp, Brant, those guys all got run off of YouTube. And it definitely was not the same situation as Joe. So, I'm gonna tag Joe in the link to this. So, hopefully you guys stick around and we're kind of talk about it, because I did watch his video, and it's kind of screwed up what did happen. But the fact is, my video didn't address. I didn't blame. A lot of people are like, "See, you were wrong." I never blamed the company. I definitely blamed people reporting his channel, which is what happened with Hinder Collector, and that's why Hinder Collector is not on YouTube. Brandon Thrasher and Shredder, JS Bladecraft. What's up? I don't have my reading glasses on, guys. Hopefully, I can read the comments. But yeah, it's just a screwed up situation all the way around. And I'm glad that Joe came out and put out a video, but he alluded to other stuff that he can't tell everybody about. But I guarantee that on top of the other stuff, I guarantee there was fanboys. I never said I thought it was a company, just to get that out. I'm going to leave that video up. I'm not taking that video down, because the stuff that I said, yeah, Brant's a good kid. I gave him free access to my private Discord server with all my paying members. He's not in there as often as I would like to see him, because I think it's good for him to still get to interact. But yeah, I that's typically reserved for paying members. I gave Brant free access to it. So, he's a good kid. I like him. And I just don't understand what people's issues were with his channel. So for all the guys that are like, "Oh, you know, are you going to readdress the fact that you were wrong?" I don't think I was wrong. I guarantee that on top of all the things, you make it difficult, dog. On top of all the things that he mentioned about neighbors and stuff like that, I guarantee. I'm having internet issues, guys. Let me see here. Give me just a second. I got to make sure that I had to make sure. I don't know what's going on. It keeps saying I'm not connected. And the cat just sneezed and blew snot clear across the couch onto me. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, I got toxoplasmosis now. So, guys, there's 5 people here and 0 likes. I really would appreciate it if you'd like the video, even if you don't like me. It's a free thing that you can do. It's just a little click down there. So, yeah, it's kind of a screwed up situation all the way around. But like I said, I guarantee that it was not just his neighbors. I guarantee it was a combination of a lot of stuff that he was getting, his channel getting reported and things like that. And that's where I was going with all that stuff that I had said. Like, it happened to my channel. Do you guys remember? I was telling Scab and I were talking yesterday. You guys remember there was a period where I had somebody threatening my family, and I stopped putting up videos there was like 6 months where every time I logged in and tried to do a live feed, I got the abusive comments and people threatening my daughter and threatening my wife and emailing me stuff. And I actually had to get the police involved. So I still say that I stand by everything I said in the Scab, or in the video I did addressing the Joe X thing. Because in that video I said the toxic people in the community. So, Nightwalker, what's up? Guys, hit the like button. It doesn't cost you a fucking thing. I'm not asking you for a fucking donation. It doesn't cost you anything. And I'm going to drop some F-bombs in here. Oh, I got to give you guys an update on something. This thing is amazing. This is that Pinkerton designed inversion Pical, the folding Pical. Really, really modular. Now, I did talk to Dirk, and he's like, "Yeah, try it without the ring. You can use it for whatever, and it's a better EDC." I don't find it to be the EDC I would use for day to day stuff. That's why this is in my pocket, which was a gift from Tashi Barucha. He sent this all the way from France, but this is my day to day user. This is something absolutely is 100%. Absolutely, it was JS Bladecraft. I'm sorry, I'm using Streamlabs, and they have a German in charge of the comments section. It's like, "You come not to make long comments." My bad. Maybe break it up. I'm sorry. I was trying to read it and it disappeared. I changed it in Streamlabs to try and make it less over the top. You know, it being a N word, and I don't mean that N word. I mean the bad and the one from the guy from Germany. No, so Tashi sent me this. This is an incredible knife. It's making it very hard to review things, and this week's gonna be crazy. Last week I was on call for jury duty all week, and I didn't get anything filmed. Really, I did get stuff filmed, but I didn't get everything done. This week, I got so much stuff going on. My daughter has a competition this weekend, so a skating competition. So I'm playing chauffeur for that. So I've been literally this morning 60-mile round trip drive, ice rink, school, back to the gas station, back home. I got to pick her up from school, and then she's got to go again to another ice practice. So this week is the beginning of the week is 2-a-days, then she's tapering into competition weekend. So yeah. So what was it you were trying to say? If you break it up, I was really interested in what you were saying. But like I said, guys, there's 11 of you here. Just hit the like button. It's down there. It's free 99. It's free. It's not even like my membership. So just remember, I'm a ray of fucking sunshine. But like I was saying, regardless of what happened, whether it was fanboys or a company, it's not anything new for channels to get attacked in their comments section and things like that. So all the things I said still stand. And to his neighbors, to Joe's neighbors, I got a dog laying on my feet. To his neighbors who reported him for doing what he was doing on his own property, well, you can take a flying fuck through a donut. You guys want to see how big the dog's gotten? It's kind of dark. Let me turn on a light. I try not to turn on. Look at that big boy. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. You guys remember when we first got him, how small he was? He was a little guy, weren't you? Just a little guy. Now he's a big guy. Dave can tell you, he was here at the house a couple weekends ago. Your ear's wrong side out. So like I was saying, regardless of whether it was a company that reported him, which I never said it was a company. There's still so much toxicity and things like that. Like I don't report channels. He's 86 pounds. I weighed him this morning. He's 86 pounds. If I can drive my car in and out with me and the kid in the car and it doesn't scrape at the dip pulling out of my car, I put the dog in. He weighs enough that he makes the car scrape on its way out of our parking spot. Any rate, the toxicity that I was talking about in the video I did about Joe X is really, he's not good. He still can't put up his videos, and he still is not going to be able to do what he wanted. So no, he's not good. And I never once said, like I said, it was, there's a lot of great people. There's a lot of great people, but those toxic elements, just like in the firearms community, made it horrible. And I'm like, if you don't like something, don't watch it. I know that. People just don't watch my fucking videos. I get it. I don't know, I'm ugly, or it's because my beard is gray in weird spots, or what. I can't even get you guys to like the video right now. But if you don't like something, don't watch it. Don't watch it. I hate how it just becomes the norm I don't know. Like maybe it's just because people are so unhappy that they want people to be unhappy with them. Misery loves company. I don't know. But like, if you hate something, I'm going to tell you right now, hating something and hating someone is the best publicity they will ever get. Do you guys know why I don't indulge in drama very often? Because typically the drama is because it's based negatively towards a person. I'm going to tell you a little secret that a couple of my friends told me about marketing. If you like someone, you'll tell all your friends about him. You hate someone, you'll tell every fucking person you meet about them. So if you hate me, keep on hating. I don't care. But it's just ridiculous. Change the fucking channel. If you don't like what somebody's doing on their property, stay the fuck off their property. You don't like what I do at my house? Stay the fuck out. Case in point, I had a friend come over one time with his new girlfriend. Now, she's significantly younger than him. He's about my age. And I live really close. I'm like one exit from the border. And there's most times that I'm at the house by myself, or if it's just me and my daughter, I mean, just basically 24/7, I am carrying a firearm. And so they came in, we were sitting on a couch, and she saw it, and she's like, oh, could you put that away? It makes me so uncomfortable. And I got up, and I walked to the door, and I put their shoes at the door, and I came back, and my buddy was like, he's like, all right, babe, but we got to go. And she was like, why? And he goes, that's the nicest way he will ever tell us to leave his house. He's basically telling us that we can leave. I'm like, you don't like what I'm doing in my house? Get the fuck out. You don't like what I do on my videos? Don't watch them. You don't like it? Don't hit the like button. But if you're here and you like it, hit the like button. So, but basically, yeah, I watched this video and I just can't understand people's logic. I just don't get it. And that whole thing that I said, grow the fuck up, still stands. Like, I don't care if you guys don't think I was on point with that video. I think I was really on point with just a statement. I wish I didn't have shit to do today. It's one of those days where I just want whiskey in my coffee. So, Chicago 23, Second Amendment all the way. Yeah. Guys, I think there's a Valentine's Day sale going on Olight. I have affiliate links down below if you guys want to check them out. I'm not saying buy them. I think that this arc light, there's Arcfeld, is probably the best light I've ever got, and they didn't send this one to me. This isn't one of the ones that I got for free. I spent my own hard-earned money on this, and I absolutely love this. This thing is a great, great flashlight, always in my pocket. I've got Olights on several of my pistols. Some people were talking about the clamp system. Like, oh, it's going to fail the first time you shoot it. And I was like, I probably put a good 300 rounds through my SIG since I put the green dot, the Olight, I think it's a Balder R or Balder S or something like that. It's a green laser and light combo. I've put at least 200 rounds through that, and it didn't even lose it. So people are like, oh, it's going to come loose and your light's going to fall off. Never once. Never once has that thing come off the rail, and it didn't even, like, I haven't even had to adjust the laser again. Actually, no, I got rid of a Pew Pew that had, I got rid of a Pew Pew that had it, and I sent the light with the laser with it. That's right. I wish if you watched the video, it automatically put like up. I do too. I mean, which... Wait, okay, I'm lost here. Second Amendment, okay. Sounds like damage control after the fact. No, I'm not doing anything. I'm not changing that video. I still stand by what I said because there are so many other channels that got taken down. I saw your comments. You're the one, you were like, oh, this isn't damage control after the fact. I still stand by what I said in the video because I guarantee he was getting slammed in these comments section too. So the fact is, That channel, my channel has gotten reported and they try to take it. I had guys threaten, I had people threaten my family because I talked about a fucking company that they love. I'm not changing that. It's still toxic. And if that's your thought, then you know what? Maybe this isn't for you. But the fact is, like I said, Brandon Thrasher, Shredder, an 11-year-old kid. How many other channels have just gotten reported into oblivion? And it's just because people can't change the channel because they're seeing something they don't like. Somebody talks about a company you like, well, that's their opinion. That's like your opinion, man. So it's not damage control after the fact, because like I said, I stand by everything I said in that video. Because if it wasn't Joe X that they're doing it to, it's other channels. Scab and I talked about this. Like I said, Hinder Collector, they made him take his channel completely down. Like they took his channel, YouTube did. Glock 19 is very dependable. I don't like the Glocks. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a SIG fanboy. I'm not gonna berate you for liking a SIG. I'm not a fanboy. I am a SIG fanboy. I like SIGs. I do have to say, I took a SIG Sauer 1911 apart the other day. My buddy got one. I don't like their 1911 version. I don't like it. They've got stuff on their internals I don't like. I'm kind of a 1911 purist. Like I like a full operating rod. I like an internal extractor. I don't like the external extractor that's on the SIGs or the Kimbers. I'm pretty much a purist when it comes to 1911. Full operating rod, because then your disassembly is so much easier. All those things. There's just so many things that go hand in hand. I like SIG personally because I had a Kimber that I had failures on, and that was because the gun was just too tight. I think that's one of the things is the newer 1911s are just too tightly assembled. They're trying to take what is supposed to be a reliable platform and turn it into like something super crazy over the top precise, and it kind of so. And Lone Star, you are welcome to say what you want, have your opinion. I personally, this is not damage control. I wanted to do a live feed and hadn't done one in a while, and I thought it would be fun. I want to remind you guys to check out my membership down below. I'm going to try and start doing some exclusive stuff. I've got a bunch of job applications I'm doing too. I have a Springfield XD2 and a Ruger revolver. I'll tell you what, if you want to talk about a superb handgun, I can't show it in a live feed because then you start getting in trouble and YouTube takes your stuff down. But if you want to talk about a superb firearm, the 629 Classic by Smith & Wesson 44 Magnum, that gun can be taken and turned into just a beautiful match grade. You can do trigger job. I've never had a firearm that would get as smooth after polishing and things as a Smith. Smith & Wesson, their revolvers, like I'm not a big fan of a lot of their other guns, but Smith & Wesson, their revolvers are just about as good as you're gonna get. And if you guys are here and you haven't dropped a like yet, I would appreciate it. You guys want to see something? I was trying to film. I haven't done it yet. I had some stuff come. So Jared sent me a bunch of stuff. I filmed the actual opening, and then but I have not gotten into what was in the package. But Jared, great dude. You guys know I love Jared over at Knives. Sent me a package, and don't mind the mess. I have been doing a lot of other stuff. That's a bunch of stuff that needs to go back, and it's just a mess. It's been a mess out here, but because well, you guys know I started that news channel thing, and it's been messy out here because I got all into that, and I was writing scripts and stuff, and then I make a mess out here. But Jared sent me a whole box of stuff that we're going to look at. And then over here on this messy bitch, had to do some editing. This came, and I wasn't sure who it came from, but I know who sent it now. This is from Kunwu. I'm not sure yet. This is the Django. Just remember the D is silent. That is going to be, I haven't even opened that yet. I'm going to unbox everything that Jared sent me. I'm going to unbox that, and I'll do some reviews on those knives. What was that? Somebody just said something. Whether or not the video was a stumble, Joe doesn't seem to care. So, Joe commented on my video, and like I think if he had thought that I was misstating any of the stuff, he would have commented that as well. Joe seems like a great dude. He seems really genuine. That's one of the cool things. You know what? I keep getting these weather alerts. I just had another one pop up. We had that flood. I want to touch on this, guys. This is ridiculous. You know how I know that San Diego has no idea how to predict weather? Like, their meteorologists are fucked up. We had historic rain here a couple weeks ago. Historic flooding. Most rain we've had in a day in over 100 years. Everything flooded. There was no warning. No one said anything. We had notifications of rain, like a 50% chance of rain, and it rained so hard that people lost their entire livelihoods. They lost everything they owned. There was no warning. There was no evacuation notice that I got. I was driving in it, got home. Luckily, we got home safe. I did a video about it. Then after that, we've had two more. This is the second storm. All these alerts like, oh my God, the world's going to come to an end. Everything's going to flood. Last week, they're expecting more flooding than we got the previous time. It barely rained. They've been saying stuff like, I got a notification. It's like, oh, evacuation notices for flood areas starting at 6 a.m. It's supposed to start raining. I have not seen a drop of rain yet today. Not a drop. As a matter of fact, I want to go out here and check. I applied for a job in Los Angeles, guys. If I take that job, it's going to definitely preclude my ability to do videos. Not a drop. We have not had a drop of rain. My dog does a really good job of keeping the grass dead. Can you see where the dog pees most of the time? Can you see it? So, at any rate, it's just beautiful out. Actually, if you want to know the truth, it's cloudy, but it's great weather today. What's your favorite coarse stone for removing material on budget stainless? With budget stainless, you can get by on a lot of cheaper stones. But I mean, here's the thing. I wouldn't get stones specifically for cheaper steels. I wouldn't. Get something that works on everything. I gotta tell you, I was talking with Jesus Christ. Can't even think of his name. Outdoors 55. I've got his phone number in my. I spaced his fucking name. He and I were talking about it, and like, really, when it comes down to it, if you want to get the best bang for your buck, I can't figure out why I can't get more than 13 people on a fucking live feed. I don't know. People are like, oh, it's time of day. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter when I do it. I do it on Saturdays at lunch, do it on Saturday evenings, do it on Friday. I can't get more than 13 people on the live feed. Ridiculous. I have got so many subscribers. No one watches my shit. I would say just get an all-around good stone. These Sharpening, these ones that Alex, that's his name, have been talking about, they're great. I have several of them. I have the 1000 grit, and I did a video. You can sharpen everything on this. I took two very dull knives. Like, I made them dull. And took them from completely dull to fucking screaming through paper sharp in like, I think the second one was M390, and I think it took maybe 8 minutes of sharpening on that stone. I sharpened this from factory edge to just screaming sharp on that stone. And the thing is that 1000 grit is just a really good all-around edge. So I find the video I did about that, and if you're just joining, please drop a like. I'd really appreciate it. So, and if you guys have got questions about what I said in the video about Joe X, that's fine. I'll answer those as well. Ooh, cold coffee. My wife was like, do you drink coffee? Like, even if it's not hot? I was like, babe, it doesn't have to be hot. It just has to be coffee. Most of the time, it doesn't even have to be good. But this is not, I'm not trying, like, you guys just see there's a link talking about coffee. If you guys use my link and code, you can get like 50% off on your first month. Their Roaster's Choice is awesome, awesome. No, I didn't drop any company names because I honestly didn't think it was a company that did it. I wasn't sure, and so I didn't say it. So I didn't say anything about any specific companies. I thought maybe there could be. I've had companies complain. I literally have had companies complain about bad reviews on stuff, and there's a reason you won't ever see another Hinderer on here. After he gave Brian over at Transparent Blades, he sent him a cease and desist because Brian was talking about it. I was like, all right, I'm going to do a video about that. Knife companies you won't ever see on here. Anytime anybody talks bad about Jake Hoback, he gets his community on it. Anytime anybody talks about, no, he specifically said there wasn't a company, and I didn't say anything because like all I knew was that his channel got taken down, and I know I'm friends with a couple of the other channels that got their shit taken down off of YouTube, and I was like, I honestly didn't think it was a company. I thought it was the fan base from a company. Like if you talk shit about Spyderco's, stand the fuck by in your comment section. Stand the fuck by in your comment section. I pissed a lot of people off. I will say I've changed my opinion about Spyderco, and we're going to talk about that. I honestly, when Eric started taking over the company, I saw some of the things they were doing, and I was like, he's going to fucking piss away his dad's company. And I think that he's kind of grown into the role of taking care of that company and keeping Spyderco on a good course. I really do. And so I do kind of owe Eric Glesher an apology-ish because I wasn't wrong up front. Guys, I'm curious, I know you hear that motor, but do you also hear a static? Because when I'm filming in the garage and that runs, I get static in my stuff. Swamp Stomper. Yeah, I wish I could do more of the sharpening stuff. Just too much. I got too much nerve damage in that arm. I've got people contacting me like, oh, I want you to sharpen this. And I'm like, I wish I fucking could. I got a knife here that's a buddy of mine's, and I know it's going to be a bear, and I've had it for probably 6 months. And every time I wake up and I was like, oh, I got a day that's just like free. Like this weekend, I was like, I got a weekend that's free, and I could do that sharpening, and my arm was just wrecked. I couldn't, there's been a few times I can't film. My hand gets to, I get that nerve damage and my hand gets to shaking. That's why you don't see a lot of disassembly videos anymore. And if you're just joining, please drop a like. It does help. At any rate, Coffee Brand Coffee's Roaster Choice program. These are some of the best bags of coffee I've ever had. I just finished, just throw it away, the last month's. And it's a specific roast, a specific type of coffee, and then they roast it in-house. This is a Java Bondowoso. I don't know if that's backwards for you guys. It's a Java Bondowoso, and it's from Bondowoso, East Java. Oh, I talk about it all the time. I've had 3 shoulder surgeries. They cut my collarbone off, and it's not just that. I fractured my neck when I was pretty young in my career in the Navy, and there's some residual nerve issues from that. Not as much as having had the surgeries. Having had surgeries it fixed the issues I had, but it caused more issues with further down that nerve trunk, all the way down my arm. So, and I just wake up sometimes, it's just painful, and it hurts, and it doesn't work the way I want. So, we're going to open this up. Oh, it smells good. It smells good even before I open. Oh, that smells good. I don't know what's going on. The community center up the hill. Woman almost dies after trying to pass between two cars. Why am I getting a notification about that? So if you guys are just joining, please drop a like. Just curious, do you like black licorice? I love black licorice. The black licorice jelly beans were always my favorite. Like my dad and mom, like at the holidays, the spiced ones. I'm sorry, low country hillbilly. I use Streamlabs, and it restricts how long, and it makes it easier for everybody to stay in the comments. Sorry, you can break that comment up if you would like. At any rate, at the holidays, you get those spiced jelly beans, right? And always the black ones were always black licorice. And no one in my family would eat those, and they would just like put them back in the bag. And at the end of the holidays, the bags of jelly beans, there'd be one like Ziploc bag just full of the black licorice jelly beans. I love black licorice. Love it. I haven't gotten to try any of those really expensive, like salted ones. I don't know how I'd feel about those. I love black licorice. They want to raise hell because you're doing what you want. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I've ever mentioned this in a video. I had the cops called on me. It was when I was testing the Nebulax. No, it wasn't. It was when I was testing the cold steel buoy that I had come in. I can't remember which one. I was testing that and these two. Guys, I love these knives. I was doing a bunch of chop testing, and I had, okay, so you guys can see, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I kind of get where Joe's coming from. I understand what happened. And the police were like, okay, it's not a problem. I told him, I was like, I got a YouTube video. I did a bunch of like testing. So if you guys look, there's the street right up here. Well, there's a sidewalk that you can see from up there. And I was over here. And I guess people could see me out here just wailing away, because that's where I test. Like a bunch of the knife testing that you guys never see gets done over here. That's the testing area. And there's my grinder in case I want to make a knife. I can drag that out if my arm will cooperate with me. So that's where I do like chop testing and stuff like that. Somebody called the cops because there's a 6'3" fucking bearded kaiju fucking wailing away in the yard with a big ass knife, and somebody called the cops. And when the cops showed up, I told them, I was like, nah, I was doing testing. And they were like, all right. So they won't even, like, they don't even show up anymore. They're like, oh, what's the address? Yeah, we fucking know. But I was testing that cold steel. Guys, I'm telling you right now, if you can find an R1 military classic, you got to try it out. Like, I've used this. If people are like, you don't use your knives. I have used this shit out of this since it was sent to me. Blunder, I'm sorry. I got to figure out how. I thought I had gotten the comment German, the comment NAZI to lighten up a little bit and allow some larger comments. Zug have made too long of a comment. I don't have any coffee filters to make this up. Let's go over here. I'll put you guys over here. Let's see. It's dark. It's dark because it's cloudy and you guys are at a weird angle. Sorry. I got to rinse this coffee filter out. I thought that was a dog toy. I'm not gonna lie. I thought that was a dog toy from my angle because I'm not wearing my reading glasses and I can't see real well. Yeah, I've had people call the cops on me while I was doing knife testing in the yard. And I was just like, it's why do people have these issues? Now, I'm sure that there are people that took my message in the Joe X video. I did a little too serious. People got offended. I had people like, that's bullshit. You're bashing the entire community. And I was like, no. See, if you're upset, you may be part of the problem. Yeah, the grind lines on this. This thing is just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. My coffee machine is right off screen and you can see. I love that. So, yeah, this thing's absolutely gorgeous. The micarta on this was done well. But there's still a ton of toxicity in this community. And like I said, if you guys are just dropping by, drop a like. It helps other people get here. We'll run this for a while. I haven't done a live feed in a while. And like I said, I can't film today. I can't stick to a script. I tried earlier before, like I dropped my daughter off, and then I came home, and then I went back to pick her up. And in between, like the 2.5, 3 hours in between, I was trying to film, and I just can't. I can't stick to a script. I was like, usually Mondays I film for Redneck News Network that I do. No, I'm not punishing you. I'm just saying, no, that's like, see, that's it. You guys take shit too personal. I just said people that were reporting the channel. I did not say anything. If you go back and you watch my video, I did not say that there was a specific company. I didn't call anybody out in particular. That's the R1 Military Classic. It's cold steel. So, but what I'm saying is, like, the fanboy toxicity, it's a true fucking thing. And I have no doubts that part of the reason, whether it was because I guarantee that, like, he might have ignored that stuff. I need light. I can't see how much coffee I have added in this filter. I didn't call anyone out in particular. I wasn't one of those guys that said it was bussy knives. I wasn't one of those guys that said it was cold steel. As a matter of fact, I doubt it. I specifically, if I remember correctly, I don't remember if I said it. I had no doubt that wasn't a company. Well, I mean, there could have been a company. Joe X's, you know what Joe X's videos were great for? Just proving that there was a 99% chance that I was never going to break any knife that I owned. Like, if I saw a video of Joe and he struggled with it, I was like, I own that knife. Not at all concerned. So, the video I did was not addressed at any one person. It was addressed at the community at large. If you're one of those people that reports content because you just don't like it, if you love that company and you're reporting stuff, you should be ashamed of yourself. You need to grow up. I can't just... Lone Star, I can't reach through here. I can't reach through here and only send those videos to those people. Because like I said, not just him. Like I said, I stopped doing videos for like 6 months. Someone threatened to grape my daughter. Let's just put it that way, so that I don't get on YouTube's bad side, because that's one of their no-no words. Threatened to assault my daughter. You know why? Because I talked bad about a company that they love. It was Fanboys. I got emails, threatening emails, letters in the mail. So I kind of have an experience with what he's talking about. I have. So, like I said, it wasn't directed. I never directed it at any one person. And if you took offense at what I said in the video, maybe you should reevaluate how you watch these videos. You know what I'm saying? I'll show you guys something else that's cool. So this is that cold steel. I don't want this to be too heavy of a video. This is that cold steel R1 Military Classic. This is a licensed copy. So like everybody that was like, oh, way to fucking steal a design, cold steel. They didn't steal it. They licensed this from Randall. R1, Randall Model 1. This is almost identical to the Model 1 I had. And I can't remember if it was... So Model 1, this might be based off the Model 2. Whichever one was the longer blade. I had this almost identical knife. The Randall. And I love this knife. I love the fact... And I had this exact one and it disappeared or got stolen. I don't remember what happened to it. It was when I came back from... I was downrange. I was in Kuwait, I believe, when this came up missing, the original one. Just a beautiful knife, the micarta handles. But what I did have come in that was a gift from a friend of mine back home, had a outdoor gear and supply store that basically he picked a bad partner and they lost basically the guy that owned the place wound up in jail. And so my buddy was like, yeah, now my partner's in jail and I got to sell off all the stock to fucking for all this debt that now we're fucked on. And he's like, but I've been trying to sell these and no one bought one. He had a couple of these. This is the Cold Steel OSS, which is a double-edged sub-hilt fighter. So that is a completely sharpened back. This thing is absolutely one of my favorite knives ever. It really, really is. I like this better than the Black Bear Classic. So the Black Bear Classic is, now this is based off of a Robert Loveless sub-hilt fighter. They reached out to the Loveless estate and got permission to do this. And so this is a very, very good knife. And I like this better than the original, which the Black Bear Classic, I should say, which had the micarta and then the steel. This is a much, much better knife, in my opinion. The weight distribution is better. The feel in hand is better. The only thing I hate about it is it's got one of these garbage Shurkurex sheaths, so it gets dull coming in and out. But weather's why I live. It looks like the R1 without. Oh, love it. Oh, okay, okay. So I did a video about, was that, somebody said, oh, I seriously thought it might have been Tops. I didn't think it was. I know the guys from Tops. I've met them at knife shows a bunch of times. The guys from Tops are all stand-up dudes. I don't think that they would have done something like that. People get this impression about companies. Now, I do know that there's a couple companies that would do some shit like that. But I'm not going to call them out because it's just my okay, I think they would do some shit like that. But that's just my personal thing. That's why I didn't call them out in a video. That's why I didn't call out any specific individuals. I didn't. But you guys do know, like I said, I got fucking hated on for stuff I said because I just didn't like a knife. If you're just dropping by, please drop a like. I put this creamer back in the refrigerator. My wife. So I didn't clean the coffee filters, so I'm off. My wife made me promise, because she's like, I worry about you. You drink way too much coffee. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I was in the military. I run exclusively on inappropriate thoughts and caffeine. Like, that's just how I roll. And so she made me promise, because we have 4 of these, right? She made me promise that when I had my first cup of coffee, when I ran out of clean filters, that I would stop drinking coffee. Unfortunately, they were all full because I didn't clean them yesterday, so I didn't have any clean filters. So I'm on my third cup. This is my 3rd cup. I'm only allowed to have 4 cups of coffee a day now. But if you look at the size of this coffee cup compared to most regular, I'll show you. I have a Keurig. I have a Keurig that I use just the refillable filters. It doesn't do bad. I will say I have a much more expensive coffee pot. So like this, I don't very often do this in the Keurig. I have other coffee for that. This gets done in a vacuum. So you guys remember I called it the coffee bong vacuum siphon coffee maker? That's the one I use for the expense, because this is a very, very good. I've never had the Roaster's Choice stuff come and it wasn't a good cup of coffee. It was amazing. And it does a better job. It brews it at the right temperature for the right period of time. And then it's great. It's a great, great thing. It was a gift. It's like a $150 coffee maker, and it does a great, great job. What brand? So there's a pop-up every once in a while in the comment section. It's Coffee Brand Coffee. They're a channel sponsor. This is not a sponsored video. I'm just drinking coffee, but it's part of their Roaster's Choice. You get a different exotic coffee from a different region every month. But they sponsor all my videos. So you see those ads. And like I said, I've got a discount built into my link that saves you 10%. It supports the channel. So if you guys do drink coffee, you might want to check them out. So, no, it's been interesting. And the thing is, like, with this video, and Lone Star, thank you for pointing out that, you know, he had put up another video. And like I said, I'm not changing that video. It's not going to change. I still stand by what I said, because a lot of it, I guarantee, was haters. But it just, the second anything comes out, everybody expects you to just make another video. So Jeremy at the Quartering that owns that coffee, yeah, he's a pretty stand-up guy. I talked to him, actually. He is a great, great guy. I don't have like a personal phone number or anything for him, but I talked to him on through DM on Twitter all the time. He's a great guy. He's the, like, he offered me the channel sponsorship personally. He's like, hey, check it out. You're a small channel. No one was there to help me. Which video I just referenced? Which video did I just reference? I don't know. Did I reference a video? I don't know. My video, yeah, I didn't mention any companies. I just mentioned that there's so much, and like I said, Brandon Thrasher, Shredder, Hinder Collector, used to be Skywarp. Those guys all got shut down. Not just run off, shut down. I know for a fact Shredder Knife Reviews, which was an 11-year-old kid, and I talked to him and his dad. They seemed like great dudes. And then, like I said, Brant, Hinder Collector, used to be Skywarp. Those guys got their channels shut down. Not like Joe, where they just took their videos down. Like, they got shut down. YouTube shut them down because people didn't like what they said, so they mass reported it. I'm like, the vast majority of people enjoy that content. Like, when you would watch those videos, if 40 people watched that video, I guarantee the majority of them liked it. But a large vocal minority is what YouTube listens to. And so they get mass flagged and things like that. So I still think that I stand by what I said, even the thumbnail. The situation's fucked up. It is. So people can't just, like, not watch, even if it was his neighbors. So, and I'm not upset. I don't get upset. As a matter of fact, this video was basically because you commented. I was on my way back from taking my daughter to school from the ice rink, because she does different. Yeah, I stand by it too. But I also, like I said, mentioned the other channels. And I guarantee, I'm telling you, I guarantee, he was saying he's getting it from all sides, which I guarantee means that he was getting thrashed in the comment section. And some people can't take that. I get nasty comments all the time. You know what I do? I'm like, delete. I'm like, or I leave it up. I daily go into my held for review section on YouTube, and I look at the comments. I'm like, what a hateful bunch of people is out there. It used to bother me a lot more. It really did. And like I said, I've always appreciated Lone Star. What's the solution? It's got to be a YouTube. It's got to be YouTube. It's something that YouTube has to do. YouTube has got to start weighing the plus and minus. Like, if a video has, okay, case in point, I did that knife video about Carnivora here a couple weeks ago, 100,000 views, right? 100,000 views. I forget how, like, well over 1,000 likes, 1,000 comments, all that stuff. But there's like six thumbs down, right? That means that they're out of the people that rated that video, which, by the way, guys, it does help if you give a thumbs up if you're just getting here. Out of all the people that watched that video, hundreds of thousands of people, 100,000 people, I should say, 6 people gave it a thumbs down. And I guarantee I have 3 people that downvote every video I do. There are 3 thumbs down on every video the second I put them up. But YouTube would easily take that if like a certain number of people reported that video, regardless of how many people didn't, how many people watched it, how many thumbs up it got. They weigh that and they're like, nope, got to take it down. And they just like, it's easier for them to just take down things. I've had videos taken down by YouTube. I had a guy that decided he personally didn't like me. Tried to crash into my private Discord server, was able to, had to change the entire way that Discord server was set up for the paying members. And mass reported, like made multiple accounts, reported my videos. And then YouTube took the video down. And I'm like, it's one guy. I guarantee it, it's the one guy. So it's something that YouTube has to look at. And to tell you the truth, they don't fucking care. I saw somebody say it. They're like, oh, social media companies have a customer service phone number. It was Tim Pool. And Tim said, I've contacted him. I've talked to him. But it's because I advertise. He's like, that customer service number is for advertisers. They're the customer. You're the product. It's true. The only problem I have right now is I'm really upset because Rumble's auto syndication system, they took it down. You know why? Because YouTube threw a fit and started changing the way it works. So basically, I didn't know this, until about 2 months ago, every fucking video I put up on YouTube showed up instantly on Rumble. It doesn't anymore. So now I have to go through and start uploading videos to Rumble. So what's going to happen is you guys are going to get stuff on Rumble the second I film and edit it. A lot of the stuff, so that means you may see Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, you may see 3 videos on Rumble go up, ready to go. Because now I have to manually upload. The thing with YouTube is I schedule those videos out throughout the month so that I have a video that goes up every day. Saturdays and Sundays usually is scripting, testing, and editing. So there's a lot of stuff like the behind the scenes stuff. Like people are like, oh, how hard is it? Editing enough videos right now I've got like 20 some videos that are ready to go. And that way, if I need to take time off, I can do that. If things happen, you guys still get content on a daily basis. What happens is those videos get ported to YouTube. The description gets done, and typically that's what I do on Saturdays and Sundays. The scheduling and edit the details and the description of the video just to make sure all the links are there. And then I schedule that video, and then I have to do thumbnails. So usually Saturday and Sunday is thumbnails. Mondays, I'm usually pretty busy. Like I said, I've been gone since 5:30 this morning. And then this afternoon, I'm going to do a bunch of stuff. But so basically that's going to get fucking blocked. Zach, you got to break it down into smaller sections. Just in editing, like throughout the week, editing and thumbnails. And I consider thumbnails editing and writing descriptions and titles and stuff like that. That's about 60 hours total. It's a lot. But I enjoy it, so it doesn't seem like that big of a chore. Now today, I'm not doing anything. I got a bunch of other stuff. That is really good coffee. That is very, very good. There's a bunch of stuff that I have to do that is channel related, but you got to figure there's also, today I'm going to do testing. So Scab sent me a bunch of knives. I'm going to try and do some testing. But typically I don't film testing. You guys ever wondered, I think I've explained this. You guys want to know why you don't see a lot of testing in my videos? I came over and wanted to pet the dog, sorry. The puppy has been running around with me all morning, and he's a tired boy. He's a tired boy. He's a tired boy. Look at that teeth. Look at them teeth. What a vicious monster. Sorry. I was talking about this with somebody else, like, ooh, I don't trust you do any testing. And I was like, I've done videos where I filmed the testing. You guys seen it. Did you guys know why? Back in the day, I'm going to tell you right now, this is what happened. You ready? Back in the day, oh, yeah. I'll show you in a minute. Back in the day, there was a couple channels. There was Jay Davis, and there was Smoke Eater 908. And now I think he's 909 because now he's the fire chief. At any rate, Smoke Eater and Jay Davis. Those were like the big knife channels. And then Jay Davis decided he was going to make some knives, took a bunch of money, and then never delivered knives and basically shut down his YouTube channel. And he came back, he did a few videos and left again because everybody was like, hey, didn't you fucking decide you were going to make knives and then never fucking deliver a knife? And so he got ran back off. And that was another case of, well, that was kind of a poor decision on his part. So those were the channels, right? And basically all they did was cut sisal rope. Like, that's all they did. They cut sisal rope, and I watched those videos. At first, I was like, this is fucking cool. Like, how all these... And then I realized, they were getting a rope from different places, and I'm like, it's not consistent. It's not duplicatable. If you buy rope from this place today and you get it from a different place, is it all sourced? Is it exactly the same? Is your cardboard all the same? And this is when I got in trouble with the fucking whole knife community, when I did the whole thing about, like, people were doing all this knife testing, and I was like, well, I've watched all these videos. It's not duplicatable. You're not cutting the exact same length. So your piece of rope, you may cut like a specific number of, you got to cut a specific number of times, but they were cutting a specific length. So at any rate, I got fed up and I burned myself out on knife testing videos. I don't even like watching knife testing. Like, I like watching Scab shorts. When he takes something like this, fucking just goes to fucking town. This is the Grizzly from Work Tough. Good God. At any rate, I got to where I can't stand it. Like, even when Jared does it, I'm like, oh, fuck, I got to skip through this. Because I don't like watching it. And therefore, I don't want to film it. Because if you film it, you got to fucking edit it. And if I edit it, I got to watch it. And I just fucking hate doing it. I hate watching it. I'll do it all day. As a matter of fact, I cut enough with this, I had to resharpen it. And I gotta tell you, if you get one of these, take the ring off. Take the ring off to sharpen it. It's going to make your life way easier if you're freehand sharpening. If you're freehand sharpening one of these Pinkerton inversions, I'm gonna tell you right now, take the fucking ring off. Carry it with the ring on, sharpen it with the ring off. Dirk was like, "Oh, you should try it without the ring and with the other thing, and just give it the full thing and the other pocket clip." And I'd sent him a picture of me. I was editing, and all of it had been changed. I was like, "I am," but I carried it that way and tried it that way a few times. I'm like, nope. The original configuration is the way this knife was meant to be carried. That's not how I'm going to use it. It's going to be like this with the ring, thumb up on it. That's a Pical. That's what it's for. Fucking thing's amazing. Flies out of the pocket with that wave-esque feature on it. So, I've been doing a good bit of late cutting with this. I'm going to tell you, this is not a knife. This is something very, very special to me, because not only is it an incredible light integral, and it's designed incredibly well, and it's just great, but it was a gift. This was from Tashi Baruchi. He sent this to me. So, and if you're just stopping by, hit the like. I know you guys are probably tired of hearing it, but at any rate, Scab sent me a bunch of Work Tough stuff. Now, I've already went to town with this. I had a 2-inch dowel rod in the yard. It takes about, it was leaned up out here for testing. It was thicker than the other one I had, and I was like, so it basically looks like a broomstick. I took this out to the outdoor testing facility, which is my backyard, and I chopped that, and it was in the video where I did basically the introduction to these. This thing chopped through that dowel rod. Boonk, boonk, boonk. And I was like, holy I wasn't even swinging it hard. I was just doing light chops. I was just letting the knife do the work. If you carry this, you no longer need a hatchet. Like if you're going camping and you take the Grizzly with you, you don't need a hatchet. You don't need a wood splitter. You've got everything. I've got to get some wood because all the wood that I have for my fire pit, I already split down into small pieces with other knives, and I don't need any more small pieces. This thing is nuts. I'm gonna try. Every time I've done it, the footage gets fucked up, but I'm gonna try and take it up to the desert and go up to some BLM land and do some shit up there. I did that once before, and the footage was all wrecked, and I still have the intro outro for that video, but it was for the Nebulax. That's the one I tested up in BLM land, and I spent a lot of time doing that, and it just, the testing footage and all the footage that I wanted to use, because I did basically the entire video up there, there was power lines, and I got a lot of electrical hum, the buzz from electrical interference, and there was too much wind. It's just what a waste. Oh, well, you don't remember, Zach. Don't forget, Zach. Yeah, BLM, Bureau of Land Management. It's just fucking open areas. You go use, fucking people go up there and shoot. I was just going up there for the day and just fucking shit up where there was like not getting, where that's the other thing too. There was a lot of gunfire in one of the videos from. Now I forget what I was getting ready to say. What was I getting ready to say? No, not the other BLM. No, not them. Not the peaceful, but mostly peaceful, but fiery, and not those guys. Oh shit. Well, I wanted to show you. Oh shit. The other one that really impressed me. I liked all the stuff. Where'd I put the other knives that Scab sent me? It should be really easy. It's not like they're little. Where did I put? There it is. There's one of them. Yeah, here is, I'm grabbing the stuff that, oh, there it is. It's underneath here. Buy large mansions. Whatever. I don't want to get into that. You guys know I don't like politics on here. I definitely have, if you guys haven't seen it, I did start a second channel. It's called Redneck News Network. NETWERK. Go check that out. I just have fun there. And if you're sensitive about like political stuff, don't go watch it. I'm gonna tell you right now, nothing is sacred. I made fun of Greg Abbott. I made fun of fucking Nikki Haley. I've made fun of fucking DeSantis. I've made fun of everyone so far. Kathy Griffin. I've made fun of everyone. So if you're at all sensitive about that stuff, because I do have to say, the Kathy Griffin one, the one about Fannie Willis, the ones that I did that are on a specific side of the aisle, so much hate content, so much hate comments on that, and I'm like, I make fun of everyone there. So, but you can check it out. It's Redneck News Network, WERK. This is the the JV or JXV. So if you guys remember Chris Tanner, Prepared Mind 101, this is a knife that he designed. I remember years ago when he first had some of these come out. I think they were Bark River knives. This came out through Bark River, and it was like 3 different handholds. This thing is this is a sword. This is a short sword, but you can choke way up here. Another one. This gets so much stuff done in the field. This is not a fine duty, like fine task type of thing. This is like you can do so much with this. But it's definitely an outdoor knife. The coolest one, as much as I like the Grizzly the most for functionality and just being a beast and things like that, this one is the one that I put up the thing on it where I said it makes me want to commit felonies. This is the Little Evil. I don't know who designed this. But this thing is stupid. The Work Tough stuff is cool. And I started talking with the guys from Work Tough. They were asking me if I wanted to see some of the newer stuff. So we may see some stuff from Work Tough. I like I don't know what steel this is in, but I got that distinct. Anybody grew up on a farm and you would walk into where all the equipment was, that smell that you got off of the tool steel, the carbon steel for like the cutter blades, for like the brush hog and all that, like that smelled like that oxide smell. I caught a whiff of that and I literally was trying, like, did you guys see me stop for a minute? I was back home on the farm. Like that was it happened. I was like, oh my God. It's not burnt oil. It's the oxide of the steel and everything. Somebody commented something like a rash, right? Somebody commented something. I can't read that. I can read parts of it. Let me see here. Nope. My Japanese is so far gone, I can't read that at all. Didn't Jared just do an extreme test on a Work Tough blade? I don't know. I have not gotten... I saw that he put up a video about Work Tough, and I haven't... Well, I'm not going to lie. I haven't watched it, and I know it's going to be a testing video, and I just don't watch testing videos anymore. I just don't. I just can't. Like I said, I just burned myself out on them. Give me a few years. Maybe I'll eventually get back to being able to watch them. Hang on a second, guys. I just got something. What was that? Yeah, I'm sorry. I couldn't. Pretty sure that's Japanese, but I couldn't read it. I knew it was Japanese. My Japanese... San Diego's like, it only rains every once in a while, so we don't need to weatherproof anything. And then we get storms and stuff because it's been raining on and off, and it's been windy and wind blows up into the boxes. My internet, every time it rains, and I'm gonna tell you this, like the technician came, he's like, oh no, you're 100% right. It's like, it's the rain. Didn't matter. At our old house, every time it rained, internet went to shit. Here, every time it rains, internet goes to shit. And I'm like, fuck. So it's been windy and it's been raining because it rained day before yesterday. It rained a little bit last night. It hasn't rained yet today, even though they're like, oh, it's a fucking horrible storm and everybody needs to evacuate. It's going to flood. Not a drop of rain. Not a single drop yet today. But when the wind blows, it blows the water that's already in the boxes up in. And like I said, they don't weatherproof anything here. There's people that get brand new houses and they bought the house and then... Is it still frozen? Please tell me it's not still frozen. I hope. Okay. Gotcha. So, yeah, I mean, I'm like, guys, there's a guy. I'll give you a prime example. So they did a big project, and I was involved in security stuff for the food court at the 32nd Street. So if you go to 32nd Street Naval Base, there's a side of the base, we call it dry side commissary. And so there's a commissary, there's an exchange, like that's basically what's there. There's a couple outlying little fucking elements, a couple commands, but basically it's the shopping center for that naval base. So you got a big commissary, you got 2 exchanges, a bank, a car wash, and at any rate. So they did this big renovation for the food court. And they spent so much money. And I go through and I spent all this money on this food court area, and then we had a rainstorm blow in the week it opened. And it leaked and leaked and leaked. Oh, well, that's weird. It leaked and leaked and leaked and leaked. And I was like, you guys need to get these guys in here and fix this. And it was a common thing. They never water test anything. There's people that buy houses out here. They get new houses built. And they get the house built, and the first rainstorm, like their garage fucking leaks because they don't fucking know, because it never rains out here in San Diego. They never weatherproof anything. I'm really surprised that we've never lived someplace that had a bad leak. My buddy rented a place. He was there. I think he was in Yuma, another place that very rarely rains. He's out there, and all of a sudden there's a rainstorm. He rented this place. He's there for like 3-4 months. They get a rainstorm. Everything leaked. Like every room of the second story leaked and his garage, everything. He was like, bro, I'm fucking pissed. And he's like, I think he sued his landlord. Like destroyed all of his furniture, like his bedroom furniture and shit. But anyway, that's why long roundabout thing. That's why I don't film testing. Because then I'd have to watch it to edit it. I can't. It just drives me nuts. It just drives me insane. It really, really does. I think my knee would stop hurting if it would start raining. Like that change, like when it actually starts raining, usually my knee stops hurting. So what's everybody carrying? I'll show you. You show me yours. I'll show you mine if you show me yours. It's fucking windy. Close this. What's in your pockets? Come on, guys. What's in your pocket? What are you carrying? I have the OAO. Oh, the Rex 45 Mannix Field Duty 3.5. I'm carrying the OAO, and I'm typically not a fan of like green. That is like the most 1980s camouflage t-shirt kid green that you're ever gonna. That looks like a t-shirt I would have wore when I was in junior high. The only Sen cut frame lock. Oh, the only Sen cut frame lock. Cold Steel Voyager Tonto XL. I'm also carrying this. Like I said, this probably the most perfect dedicated self-defense folder ever. I have to say, like, I love the Spyderco. What one is it? The Spyderco Matriarch 2. And I love the Cold Steel Black Talon. But when it comes down to just dedicated self-defense, like those ones are, but like you have to be able to use them a little bit like this. Just the intuitive nature of a Pikal, of just having that, and then it's just this, and having a ring on it. This is probably the perfect dedicated self-defense folder. I don't care if Dirk says like, oh, you could take this off. The Yojimbo is another one that's like, you've got to have a little bit of technique to it. With this, just coming, because when it comes out of your pocket, so you've got it in pocket like this, put your finger in the ring, it just flies open, and then it's just, and even if you don't want to open it, you've got a very, very good striking tool. But it's just amazing. And then just, it is so fucking smooth. Now, I know who did, I got to check and see, Dirk, I was talking with Dirk, and I can't remember if he says that he's fine, but I know who did, the OEM for this. They did a great, great job. Blunder, you're about to get that taken down. MSI, carrying my manual stitch. I guarantee that it's going to come up and say that that's too long. Oh, no, you got away with that one. So those two, and then left hand, I can't keep this out of my pocket. I'm going to swap the pocket clip. This is going to be a left-hand carry for a while because this winds up being in my left pocket a lot. I cannot quit carrying this knife. I absolutely love, this is probably, like I said, I did the video. This is probably the best EDC folder ever. Like, hands down, all around, dollars to donuts, fucking, what is the best one? I think the Para 2. I think it is the best knife. And then, of course, always, I told you, my Olight Arcfeld UV and regular. This is just an all-around great knife. And the UV, now that we have a puppy, well, for when he was a puppy, came out, it was perfect for fucking, where did he leak? Where did he tinkle? I'll tell you one thing, he's never marked in the house. He's a good boy. He's never marked in the house. He has had accidents, but he's never like peed on furniture. He peed in the garage one day on a pillow, but that's only because like I didn't realize it. My wife had went to sleep and they came back, and he had not been out for hours. And he came out. It was Nico and Bridget. Nico and his wife were here, and he had an accident in the garage, and he peed on a pillow that I washed and put back. I need the new PM. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys, you know what we didn't do? I'm going to do a video about it, and you guys can reach out to me. So you guys know that I have the public Discord. Please go down and join the public Discord below, because I'm going to show you right now, I have a bunch of knives that are for sale, and I just want to get out here so I can give you prices and everything. I think Dave posted it up. So my buddy Dave, 2A Dave, is selling some knives. So he's selling never been carried, still new, it's never even been carried. Leon Ma, which one is this? The Leon Ma, is this the Field Duty? There's coins in here. This is the Field Duty. This has never been carried. Leon Ma Field Duty. Selling that. Like I said, reach out to me. There's a DM function. Go down in the description, or if one of you guys can do it, fuck, I'll do it. I'm going to put up a link. So I have a public Discord. It's actually gilded, but it's the same thing as Discord. So he's got several knives. Let me do that real quick. I'm going to put a link to the public Discord. And if any of these knives are knives you're interested in, you can contact me via DM on here on this Discord. And it is one of the things that I've done to, here we go, me. This is Crazy Sharp Community. I just posted a link to it. If you're interested in any knives I'm about to show you, I can get you the price and everything. I'm pretty sure that Dave put up the prices in his thing, but that is open to everyone. It is free of charge. You can just go in there. There's a knife trade, like knife chat area. Just the stuff that I'm pointing out, absolutely 100% trust Dave. I don't think he would ever, a knife I regret selling. I did that once. It was a goofy cold steel. What one? It was a cold steel double agent, and I just couldn't justify repurchasing it. There's been a couple of them I regret. But so there's that. You can go in there. So that's the Field Duty. Cool. The King Roach by Kaiser. Titanium and what is this? S35VN? S35VN. Like I said, I don't have the price. This is for sale as well. I'm doing this for my buddy Dave. He's selling that. So the King Roach, which is a really, really good knife. I just personally like, this is a really good knife. It's still comfortable. I personally like the Mini Roach. That is a great, great knife. Now, also, never been carried, never even been in pocket. Paramilitary 2, blue carbon fiber, and is this one the one that's in M4? It's never even cut anything. Paramilitary 2, M4, compression lock, fat carbon fiber. Look at it, not even a scratch on the pocket clip. This is also for sale. And like I said, I'm doing this for Dave. You can join that. Oh, Blunder. Congratulations. So join that Discord community. Put it up here one more time. So any of the stuff that you're seeing, if you are curious about it, Dave is selling these. Click on that link and it'll take you there. And then he also has a smock in the Jade G10. And I don't think this is never cut anything. So a lot of these knives are knives that he got and then just never carried. And now he's got some grails that he wants to get on. And so he's got, yeah, I'm trying to see, not even a scratch on a pocket clip. So these knives are basically new in box. The only time they've been out of the box is for me to film them for you. So those knives are for sale. If Dave did not post up prices, I can get prices for you off the other, the private Discord. So all those knives are for sale. So if you're looking to pick something up, I think he's selling them for less. He's selling them less than you're going to find them anywhere else. So less than retail. Even though like this, like never even been carried. Not even any scratches on the pocket clip. That's a good way to tell. Like if there's no snail trails and scratches on the pocket clip, then I'm off field duty. So hit me up. Like I said, that link that I put down there, I saw a couple people join up. That link that I posted gets you to the public Discord. There's a DM feature in there. You can hit me up directly if you've got questions. If you guys ever just want to reach out to me about something, like you have an idea for a video or you have a knife you want to put on the channel, you can go to that public Discord, hit me up, and then just basically have access via the DM feature there. I haven't been on the private, it's gilded, like I said, but it's just like Discord. I haven't been on there a lot lately because I've been busy. Life is going, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of got burned out a little bit, which is why you do a bunch of videos so that you have the time to like step away from it a little bit. So, trying to see here. I need to grab my charger. You guys want to keep doing this for a little bit? There's 23 of you here. If you have not dropped a like already, please do. What are you doing out here, buddy? What you doing out here? I'll grab my... I just dropped a knife on the dog. It fell off my workbench and landed on the dog. So, I do have to stop this in about 30 minutes or so because I have to get out of the kitchen because my wife will come home because she, I think, is doing this evening's evolutions. Fucking taking the kid around and doing shit. So let's see here. So yeah, I just Drink Water has joined. Cool. So yeah, you guys now there's 20, like 3 of you has joined. So just for fun. Blunder is now in there. Darth BMX and Drink Water. Hey, well, Zorro, you've got my contact info. You know how to get a hold of me. Speaking of which, gentlemen, you just saw Zoroaster. Zorro was the guy that gave me this knife, which now is in my pocket 99% of the time. I will tell you that this winds up in the waistband of a pair of sweatpants because it's nice and light. It's a full-sized EDC, and I know I can trust it. Waistband and a pair of pants. So, Zorro, you're not on the public Discord, buddy. You need to join that one. There has not been a lot of activity on the Discord. I'd like to see it get, like, guys, anything you want to talk about. Like the public Discord, you sure about that? I don't know. I actually took it off 99%. I'll tell you what, that's another knife that is very rare. Is it down here? I took it off when I took the kid this morning. I think, no, I left it upstairs. As a matter of fact, I need to grab that because it is out of character for me not to have that. Lives on my bedstand. Or in this case, I believe it's probably on my bed. The Lon Humphrey is always on me unless I'm getting ready to go pick the kid up and I know that it's not so much that, like, come on, let's go. Not that I care about carrying it. in public. I carry it everywhere in public. The problem is it's uncomfortable when you sit in a Volkswagen Golf and this is on your side. Come on, bud. Come on back down. You see here, turn this back on. That is always on my, like you can see, like I carry it enough that I've misshapen the loop. I don't dislike wooden handles. I don't dislike wooden handles if it's stabilized wood like this. People have misconstrued stuff I've said. I don't like making wooden handles. I don't like, people are like, oh, I didn't think you liked carbon fiber. I love carbon fiber. It is an incredible material. If I'm not the one making the handles. I hate working with those materials. Like the wooden handles and carbon fiber handles that I've done for knives have by far been the most difficult things I've ever done when I was making knives. Making Kydex sheaths is up there as well. Use that link that just popped up. You can get this for, I think, 50% off your first month. And then it's 10% off. Hang on, I'm coming right back. Oh, you know what we need to do? Sorry, I didn't mean to leave you guys all behind and shit. I need to talk about this because these are back in stock. This EDP 189 versions of this. So I had somebody comment something, and it's not 100% off base. I made a post, a community post. I was like, the Rockstead killers are back in stock. And the guy was like, oh, they copied the design of the Higo 2, and it's not a Rockstead killer. I'm like, it is similar. It's not the same. There's a lot of differences. Blade shape, the amount it's done, and things like that. It is very, very, I'm not gonna lie, it is strikingly similar. As a matter of fact, it would be one of those ones where if it wasn't for the fact that I think that the Higo 2 is just ridiculously, ooh, I used the bad R word. Sorry, YouTube. It's, if the Higo 2 was priced properly, then I wouldn't have as much of a problem. The Higo 2 was like a $600 knife, and they made this, I'd be like, you need to stop. But this is so much of what I would want in a Higo 2, but then I can use it. This one's $89. They have a ZDP 189 version that absolutely, I honestly think it's better. I honestly think it's better than the Higo for a couple reasons. One, it doesn't have thumb studs. It doesn't have that spot in here where you get moisture and things like that. The ZDP 189 is comparable. I mean, it is the same ZDP 189. It's like 67 Rockwell, looking at the same things for $300 versus $1,600. And the other thing is, I love this top flipper and how clean the blade is without a thumb stud. This is what I would have wanted in a Higo, with that traditional top aperture like you'd see on a lot of other Japanese knives. It works great. But the 300, this is the $89 version that I carry a lot. That's why it was just on the workbench. The $300 version is in ZDP 189 titanium. They also have a fat carbon fiber version, and it's 10% off if you use coupon code crazysharp over there. So I was able to get you guys a discount. So if you use coupon code crazysharp, all one word, at KATSU Knives, sorry, KATSU Knives. As a matter of fact, I will put up a link to KATSU Knives right now for you guys. And then use my coupon code. You guys save 10%. Where is it? I'll put up a link for you guys so you can check those out. They have a lot of great knives. It's the same company. Let's go grab that. I'll grab that one too. Are you talking? I think you're talking about the one that looks like it gets a lot of pocket time. I think it's just, I think it's in my knife roll, though. I put it up because I was carrying it. No, it's right here. It's on the shelf of things that go in my pocket more often than not. This one. So, yeah, I'm trying to bring up KATSU Knives. I have to log in, so I'll just give you... I'll put up a link to it so you guys can check them out. They have a lot of their stuff. Their stuff's all, like, I think it's on sale. I think they have a sale going on right now. So I'm trying to get this link up for you guys. But yeah, it's it's a nice thing about having two phones. I can just do this. So this is a link to KATSU Knives. And then if you use coupon code crazysharp, it's like 10% off site-wide. This thing is absolutely ridiculous how good this cuts. It is kind of unique looking. Like, it definitely is unique looking. It's not like it's super... I'm sorry, guys. The lighting... this is how I like doing a live feed, to tell you the truth. I would much rather do this because then I don't get sucked into like, oh, I'm using my computer and I'm spending all this time. And like, I haven't even said anything about super chats, not trying to entice you guys into it. I'm just saying, you get sucked into that, guys. And I don't want the live feeds to be like that. But at any rate, yeah, KATSU Knives is great. They've been great to work with. They gave me an affiliate link at first. Now I have a coupon code that you guys can save 10%. And Beyond EDC is still 40% off. And will be for the foreseeable future. So I can see that. Definitely, the Buccaneer was definitely, it was supposed to be called something else. Rickard, paying member. Look at that. See, if you get if you're a paying member, you get the, well, you guys can't see it. I don't know where it's at for you guys, but you get the little sticker. Definitely another Asian knife blade inspired. Hey, Rickard's been a member for 4 months. See that? See that? How cool is that? So, I think I'm trying to figure out, guys, there's supposed to be a way. What is this? Can I? Nope. There's supposed to be a way that I can gift you guys memberships. Like YouTube keeps sending like, gift your memberships. You've earned these many gifts. And I was like, okay, how do I do it? Like, how do I gift these memberships? So the KATSU stuff, I've had several of the KATSU knives here now. One of them I didn't film a video of because I couldn't do the testing. Oh man, see, that's not what I wasn't trying to do that. But hey, hopefully it does the ringing bells and things because I don't have anything, and we can't use the kangaroo flute because it makes the dog crazy. I sent those stickers a long time ago, Rickard. A long time ago. The dog absolutely hates the kangaroo flute and the bell. Like, he doesn't like noises. I think he may be autistic. I mean, aren't we all on the spectrum somewhere? Thank you very much, Zorro. I appreciate it. Zorro's done a lot to support the channel. But yeah, these are great. And what I was trying to say about these, so people are complaining about, they're like, oh, it's not. The reason I like these so much better, this is amazing. And it cuts really well. And the problem I have with a $1,600 Rockstead is I would never cut with it. So is it as polished? No, but it's quite polished. Does it cut as well as a Rockstead? I've had a Rockstead that I was allowed to test with. This thing does every bit as good. It is incredible because it's a full convex. It basically, the things you love about a Rockstead are in this. They are. And at $89, this is like $89, beautiful carbon fiber and stuff like that. It's fucking great. I can't tell you how much I recommend the Rockstead stuff. Now, I saw Zach ask, what's your opinions on the KATSU fixed blades? I haven't gotten to see one. And here's the thing, like, I don't know if you guys saw it on Instagram, Tactical Tavern. Talked about, like, people that, like, try to leverage their their subscriber numbers to try and get knives. I'm not going to say I don't reach out to companies. I do. But a lot of times I specifically preface it by saying, look, I'm not trying to get a free knife. If you want to send something, if you've got a pass around group, add me to that list. If you want to start a pass around, I can get these knives to other people in the community. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't actively try to get free knives. When this came, Tashi Brucha was absolutely like, I was like, hey, do you have like a knife you're passing around? I would love to get to see it. Just get somebody to send it to me. And he goes, oh, I'll send you one. I was like, just let me know when you need it back. Like, I can show you the screenshots. He's like, no, I'll send you one. And I was like, that's not what I'm trying to do. I have so many knives that a lot of times, like I would honestly rather have a pass around knife, because you send me a knife, it's going to be here. And I have this thing, like if I've used a knife, I'm not going to sell it. I mean, I could, but a lot of times I'm like, I don't feel comfortable selling a knife, one that was donated or given to me, especially anything like Tashi was like, that's a gift. And I'm like, well, it's never going anywhere. This was a gift. It's never going anywhere. I wouldn't sell any of those. And I wouldn't give them away. But I try to do a lot of giveaways to the paying members, and I've been really bad about getting them done. I need to do this beginning of the year one. But a lot of times I'll reach out to a company explicitly saying like, hey, I'm not trying to get a free knife. If you've got something laying around, like a lot of times I'll tell the designer, I'm like, if you've got a prototype that you've carried, like send that. Because I'm not gonna lie, I get knives that come in and they're brand new and I feel bad using them because I didn't pay for them. And then I feel bad because then I would feel bad giving it away, because now it's all scuffed up. Like, who really wants to get a giveaway that's already been all jacked up and used? Now, since this was a gift to me, I have been using this to the point that I absolutely did resharpen this. So I'm like, oh, it's just hard not to use this. God, I can't even get around to this. So this, like I said, the fact is I can use this. I don't feel bad using this. What's my thought on Kunwu? I've had a couple. I did the Kunwu Chad, and I have one here, the Django. It hasn't even been out of its box yet. Like, it's still sealed. And I'm going to do an unboxing. I may film that later today if I can get my train of thought together. I don't feel bad using these. That's why I put these out. I want you guys to be able to purchase knives, and I want you guys to be able to make informed purchase decisions. So I've run out of things to talk about. I didn't want to just talk about the well, Dave, you can go find the one I did about the Chad, and I love it, the Chad, and I still have to do the final review of that one and then resharpen it and send it to its owner. The other one here is just going to be a overview, because the guy that sent it bought it for himself, and then he sent it. I got to show you one of the cooler gifts I've gotten in a while. I wasn't expecting this. So I did a video. So yeah, the Kunwu that's here is the Django, and you can see it's still sealed. That's going to be an unboxing. That came Friday, and I just haven't had a chance to even open it up and look at it. But I got this as a gift, and this is that Max. I'm going to tell you guys right now. I don't know where you can find. I think I found them on Amazon. You can use my Amazon store link for it. I absolutely love this knife. This is the Max Ace Meerkat M in M390. This thing is so good. Now, this isn't the one I reviewed. This is my personal one, because this was a gift. This is probably one of the coolest little knives I've seen. I think this was in Friday's video as well. It's a Max Ace. There's a giant mouse here at the house as well that looks really similar to this, but it's a flipper. So the Max Ace stuff, I dig it. Usually it's over the top and big and stuff, but this is really a good smaller knife. And I've got to point something out. So the pocket clip placement 100% makes this knife for me. You know why? A lot of times smaller knives, if that pocket clip was up here on a knife this size, I would have hated it. But because it's dropped down further down, I can't even fucking feel it. I hate pocket clips. I hate almost every pardon me for the burp. I hate almost every pocket clip on the market. I hate them with a passion. But I like this one. And it's not the pocket clip per se. The pocket clip's good, don't get me wrong. The placement of the pocket clip, and it's also part of what holds in the, I kept calling it a sub frame lock, but it's not. It's a sub liner. So it's not a full liner. It's just screwed in, and it's only on one side, and it's not the full liner. It's just the lock bar is in there. Can you see it? And it's not even a full lock bar. It only comes back part way. So it's just enough to give you a lock. This is a beefy little knife, really light, really nimble because it's got that tip forward. I love a good tip forward balance because I can feel where that knife is and it makes it nimble. You don't have to try and wrench it around. The knife wants to go the direction you want it to. It's one of the things I like in a good self-defense tool. That's why I say that I figure out where the fuck I put it. The PM2, really good. It's got that really nimble, like blade forward weight on it. And so it's nimble. You're not fighting the back of the knife to bring it around. You want the weight forward for self-defense because you want that to be nimble to do as much damage as quickly as possible. It's why this is so great. I've never been a big fan of knives that are tail heavy. Now the exception is on this, you can be a little tail heavy because this is, you're using it this way, which is a drag or a pull across and then a drag. So there's a lot to be said for the weight distribution on a knife and how it's done and why it's done that way. But this is a very nimble little cutter. This feels good in hand. It just feels like it wants to snap around and do stuff. And love the way this feels. Yes, Tim is great. Tim and I have been talking, there may be in the future a dagger version of my Stonefish. And thank you for sending that to him. He loves that knife, by the way. There may be a dagger version of the Stonefish knife that I designed for Wii that's done with Tim. So we've talked about it. I had a couple working names for it. I sent him the design for him to look at, and I know he's busy. He probably hasn't had a chance to look at it yet. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about that. I have a couple other knife designs that I want to do, and the thing is, I really want them. You guys know, like, I don't give a fuck where a knife is made as long as it's quality. You guys heard me say that 1,000 times. People are like, oh, you fucking shill for China. I don't. I shill for good knives. There's a lot of Chinese companies that just make garbage. They do. They really do. There's a lot of garbage Chinese companies out there. There's fucking shit that happens that I'm privy to in being part of the knife industry as a designer. I know people at different companies and some of the dirty deeds and shit that goes on from company to company and the fucked up things that happen. So I'm privy to a little bit of that. But I can't talk about it. So I'm not at all, I don't shill for any. There's some companies out there that are great. I'm going to tell you right now, working with Wii Knife Company was awesome. They were one of the best companies to deal with. The folks that I've talked to from a lot of the other companies, this is a Chinese company, KATSU Knives. They're based in Japan, but a lot of their work is done in China, and then it's finished stuff is done back in Japan. So it's a lot like other companies, almost like mid-tech stuff too. And then there's some Taiwanese companies like Work Tough. Like, they're great companies, and the people I've dealt with have been great. But there are also companies out there that are shitty. And I can't really tell you anything because, like, I know, like, that's one of those things, like almost like a non-disclosure. I can't tell you about it, but I do know that it's shitty. I don't shill for a company. I don't shill for a country. I shill for good knives. To tell you the truth, I don't give a fuck where a knife is made if it's a good knife. If a quality knife is done well, this is made by Wii Knife Company. This is probably one of the best knives I've ever seen in my entire life. Not a fucking joke. Not at all. This, and it's an integral. And it's under, this is the lightest fucking integral I've ever seen. The design work that went into it, the way the carbon fiber is dovetailed in, the way that this is done, is just amazing. Would I love it any more if it was an American-made knife? Probably not. I love the knife. I love good knives. What did you put, Rickert? Let me see. I don't know. Rickert, you can give me one of those budget Rocksteads. I can't because here's the thing. I bought this one. I didn't get anything from, like, I didn't reach out to this company. I'm gonna tell you right now, I sent them a link to my video. And KATSU was like, we love it. We want to make you an affiliate. I'm like, okay. So I got the link. I'm trying to find it, Rickert. It's hard to do here. Rickert, you can give me one of those budget Rocksteads. My proxy still had them still. Okay. Hey! What's up, Stabby Stokes? What's going on? This thing is great. No, I bought this one. I bought this with my own money. It was $85. I couldn't pass it up. I liked the other one so good. So good. I English writes. I liked the other one so well. The one that Jared sent me to. I haven't commented on your stuff on Instagram for a long time. I'm sorry. I liked the one about the free membership. Oh, jeez. I'm trying to find it. My proxy had them. Got your stickers. Don't know. I don't see anything about a free membership. At any rate. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. I bought this with my own money. Because I absolutely love it. This has got some of the best carbon. $89. This has got some of the best carbon fiber I'd ever seen on it. But like I said, I don't care where a knife is made. I don't. I really don't. And, you know, South America, South Africa, I don't give a shit if it's a good knife. If you give me a garbage knife, I'll be like, well, this fucking knife sucks. So I just don't understand that that's the one that everybody focused on. And I've said it a bunch of other times in other videos. Not to bash on people. People are allowed to have their opinion. They're like, oh, I'd never buy a fucking buy Chinese knives, way to show for the CCP. And I'm like, where was your phone made? Where was the device that you're typing this on? Computer, phone? I haven't seen an American-made computer. And even if it is American-made, every part of that was sourced from a different country. So I don't get that argument. I really don't. That's the hill you want to die on. Is not. I get it. That's what we're passionate about. And that's why I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm passionate about knives. I like a good knife. Like I said, this thing is amazing. And like I said, the carbon fiber on that, here, let me turn this around so you can get a good eyeballs on this. Oh, good eyeballs on this. I got a coffee cup here. That is absolutely old school camo pattern, like you would see the kids that I went to high school with and junior high with be wearing, like a camouflage shirt, like the old school jungle pattern like that. Absolutely amazing. Fucking love it. And it is so light for an integral. I just can't get over it. But yeah. Guys, I gotta go. My wife's gonna be home in a matter of about 10 minutes with my daughter, and she's gonna throw a fit if I'm in her kitchen, especially with knives. Because when we moved to this house, she was like, no more knives in the house. The garage is yours. But when we lived at our old house and I didn't have a dedicated studio and a spot to store stuff, there was literally knives on every horizontal surface in our house. The only place I'm allowed to have knives in the house is on my bedstand. And there's not a lot of room for them there, because that's where my pew-pew lives. So, Zorro, thanks for the donation. I don't know why I didn't bring up the swords fighting thing. I might have to look into that. If you're interested in any of this stuff that Dave has, like I said, go join that. I'll pull that Discord server up again and put up a link to it. Before we go, I've got a couple minutes. She's just now leaving. I am going to put up this public Discord again. If you have not joined, like I said, Dave's got some knives for sale. There is a knife sale area on there. So there you go. That is the public Discord. Public, anyone can join it. You click on that link, it'll take you to it. If you're on your phone, you're going to have to download the Gilded app, but it's just like Discord. It's 100% just like Discord, and it absolutely navigates the same way. Just download the app. Didn't get a new chat before this one. Let me see. I don't know what's going on with chats. I'm not seeing anything held for review on my end. So, Rickard, you remember, DM me with whatever it is that you got to like. I don't know how it works. I haven't figured out how to do it. They keep telling me I can do it. When I click on it, it doesn't take me anywhere except to like, oh, information about the free, like you're going to earn free. I was like, yeah, I've read this a bunch of times. Like, where do I go to do it? And then I got to put some stuff up for if you haven't seen it, I started a new channel. It's Crazy Sharp Network, or Crazy Sharp. No, it's not. It's Redneck News Network. Your host is basically PDM. So I am in the process of separating it from my main channel because I get so much hate because everybody's fine. I don't have a dollar button on mine. See, like I can't do it from here. That's what I'm saying. I don't have the same thing you guys see. I'm on my phone. So at any rate, no. I'm supposed to be able to do it. Like I'm supposed to be able to pick people and send them like a link for free membership. At any rate, what was I talking about? Ah, damn it. I lost my train of thought. Somebody remind me what I was talking about. We got a couple minutes here. I'll give you the 8 minutes to make it a full 2 hours. So it's not a goofy 112 minutes. Wow. Any rate, the Gilded. So it's just like Discord, and it's over there, and you can just go on there and follow it, and then you have to download the app. And the reason I picked Gilded instead of Discord was Discord. Oh, I was talking about the other channel too. Discord doesn't censor anything you're trying to say. Just like Rumble, I'm trying to relocate stuff to Rumble, but now I can't auto syndicate. And then the other thing is I started a fun channel, just something I wanted to do to get back into the entertainment part, what I enjoyed about creating it first. And so I started a channel called the Redneck News Network, NETWERK. Everything else, RNN, Redneck News Network. And I started it, but like I make fun of everything that's in the news cycle because the news is funny. Like if you don't watch Trump and look at him and think that he's hilarious, whether you like him or not, if you can't see the humor in it, then like you're a lost cause. If you can't look at Nikki Haley and everything that's going on with the Nikki Haley campaign and see the humor in it, then there's something wrong. If you can't look at fucking Biden and think that like how the fuck that's the leader of the free world, and you can't see in the humor of the things that are happening in the news cycle, you need to hang it up. But I get so much hate that I'm relocating ownership of that to a different email address so it's not tied to my main channel, because everybody's fine when I make fun of DeSantis and Trump and Abbott and all those folks, right? Everybody's fine with it. But if you make fun of like Fannie Willis, Kathy Griffin, Joe Biden, Hunter Biden, any of that stuff, they just lose their shit. And I'm like, why? Why can't you just like look at all of it as humor? It's all funny. None of it is serious. And so like, I just wanted to do that. And so if you want to follow that channel, go follow that one. But I'm not putting up any more videos up there until I figure out something is wrong with the studio and the uploads. And so I've got emails to Google about what's going on, and I want to do a live feed there. So, but like I said, the host is PDM, Poor Decision Mike. And if you haven't dropped a like, if you're here and you haven't dropped a like yet, please do that. The if you go over to the Redneck News Network, don't take anything about it serious. It's all meant for play and jokes and fun. So, people are leaving. I'm going to give you, like I said, I'll give you guys the next 6 minutes. I didn't get a lot of responses to what everybody's carrying. Stabby Stokes, what do you got in your pocket? What's in your pockets? Uh-oh. Rickard sent me something on the... I've had a lot of coffee. Mini Nightshade. Oh, that's a company. Okay, so you guys want to know, I never once reached out to Vosteed. I've got stuff that came in from companies. Never once reached out to them. And be like, oh, you're just begging companies for knives. I don't. I've asked companies if they wanted to send stuff along, like I said. This came from Vosteed. The Mini Nightshade. That's something I did want to talk about. Mini Nightshade. Fuck. I waited till the last 5 minutes. Mini Nightshade is epically good. This is set up for left-hand carry because I spent a lot of time in my left pocket, but it's going back to right-hand carry because this is the best watch pocket knife I own. And I think this is the best version of the Nightshade. This thing is just a beast of a cutter for how small it is. I saw you got the general chat. Oh, Rickard. So I know what you're saying. Like I think what you're seeing on your end is different on my end because I don't see any of that. I don't even have that availability here. I'll see when I do it from my computer, but the thing is when I do it from my computer, I'm doing it from inside software. So there has to be a better way to do it. Because when I click on the gifting memberships thing on my studio, it doesn't let me do it. So I'll look at it again though. Things may have changed. Oh, hey, Hinderer Collector was in the Gilded today. I need to reach out to him. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I have approached companies and asked them if they wanted to send stuff. There's stuff that I just like, I want so bad. Like I will not lie. I went to dinner with the guys from Reich and the guys from Reich and Artisan, CJRB basically, and we all went to dinner because I'm a designer for Artisan, and so we all went to dinner. And David, the owner of Artisan, was really cool. Paid for the entire dinner. Me and Nico and I can't remember who else went with us, but at any rate, so I unabashedly tried to get a free knife from those guys. And I was upfront. I was like, I absolutely love this knife. And it's one of their really crazy ones that you need no tools for disassembly. And I tried so hard. And I was like, you guys got to know how much I want this. Like I would do as many videos as I could about this knife because it was really, really cool. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna keep doing that because I just want that knife. That's the only time I've unabashedly tried to get a free knife from a company. Bird Blades, I asked Matt if he had like his own personal prototype. Most of the times, I ask designers like, hey, send me a prototype. Send me something you've already carried. Like I said, I always feel bad getting a free knife in and then like a brand new knife. That's why I'm bad on. Jared sends me stuff. I have no qualms just fucking cutting through shit. I'm like, fucking let me fuck this up. Because it's not new. It's already been through a review process by someone else. I'm much better. I'm much happier. Like continuing to screw something up versus, like I said, not gonna lie, something that came in. Where's it at? Like this. Like if this had not been a gift and it was just for review, and then I was gonna like do it as a giveaway or something, I would feel horrible. But because this is a gift and it's mine and it's never going anywhere, I'll just use the fuck out of it. But when I get stuff from, so if you're a company, like hear me out. If you're watching this, if you're a rep from a company, and there's like a one-off or something you can't sell or a prototype or something that the designer, Like if you're a knife designer and you've got a design and you've carried it, you know, one of the prototypes, absolutely, I will borrow that. I'd much rather borrow knives. It's so much easier. I got too many knives now as it is. You guys want to see what I'm talking about? It gets to be unmanageable. Like, it's not a joke. Like, Jared and I talked about it here not too long ago. This is all just fixed blades. And there's a box of fixed blades in the house. This is stuff that's here for different purposes. There's knives up here. This is stuff that's slated for giveaway on the channel. These are the things that I carry. These are my personals. Like, I'm out here enough that I got to have some, like, fucking Bengay. This is like Japanese version of Bengay and fucking Tiger Balm. These are knives that are in the process of review. You guys see that? Those are all in progress and process. These are all knives that are waiting to even make their way down to here. It can be daunting to have that many knives. And then, these are all my personal knives that are in rolls. Those are my personal knives that, I don't know why the top's not on that one. And then, these knives are my personal knives. It's just, it gets to be, like, you got to, like, you're like, fuck, I don't even know what I have anymore. And then on the shelves in here, that's a power strop for my grinder. These knives are all here. Like, there's, look at that. There is a thing. There is such a thing as too many knives. And I am at the point. So, if you're watching this, you're a knife designer or a knife company, I absolutely am fine with not getting the knife for free, not getting something brand new, absolutely getting something that I don't feel bad using and that I can send back. The Bark River, I have to tell you, because that was a gift from Zach, the same guy that gave me this. The Bark River, I have a real hard time using it. It's just it's too beautiful. This is a knife that just begs to be used. And it gets used. And I had somebody like, oh, you baby that. That's not even going to mark on it. The finish that's on this doesn't scratch real easy. And so this gets used a lot. Like, anytime I've got anything that I'm doing, this gets carried. And the sheath has changed color. When I first got this was a light brown. And it has gotten body oil and everything on it so much that now the sheath has changed color. So, absolutely love this knife. Zach, if you're still here, probably, I gotta say, this is probably the best, like, traditional, frontier style, like, just really one of the best all-around fucking EDC fixed blades I've ever seen. And I've told Lon so many times, like, I honestly reached out to Scab and I was like, hey, you need to check out some of these Lon Humphrey customs, like this Tucson. And I sent him pictures. I was like, that's great. I was like, I would send you mine. But the problem is, this very rarely gets taken off. Like, it's not on my waist right now just because I don't want to undo my belt. But the second I get, as a matter of fact, I'll do it right now. Fuck it. It's very rarely not attached to my side. Very, very rarely is it not just sitting right up against my the inseam of my pants. Not the inseam, the outseam, the seam, the exterior seam, that outside parts. So, guys, I'm going to end this. If you haven't dropped a like, please drop a like on your way out. That's back where it belongs now. It's on my belt. I just driving around. No, this is a Lon Humphrey custom. This is a full custom. These are only, if you guys use my Knives Ship Free app, or my Knives Ship Free link that's in the description of all my videos, Lon, that's the only place I know for sure that Lon sells these, and they are under $400. I want to say right now they're under $300. I want to say this one was like the last time I looked. This model that he does, the Tucson, $280, I think, something like that. It's AEBL. It is one of the best AEBL blades I've had. It cuts like a champ. It goes everywhere with me. Like I carry this to the mall. I carry this everywhere I would go. This goes with me. It is absolutely gorgeous, super, super comfortable. I don't know if you can see, it's got blue liners. $279. That's what I thought. They're under 300. So use my link. I put up a link to it. Rickard, I will DM you the link on the Gilded. I'll DM it to you. But like I said, that Gilded, if you've got those knives that are for sale that Dave has, the brand new Spyderco Smock, the brand new PM2, the brand new Field Duty, they're all for sale, and I can get you in touch with Dave if you just DM me on that Gilded. Too expensive. For a hand-done full custom, that's not expensive. You want me to make you a knife? You're looking, when I was making knives with the heat treat and steel that I was doing, you were looking closer to $400 to $600. Because I know what kind of time it takes. But Lon makes a bunch of knives at a time. I was doing one at a time. So it's not too expensive. So, guys, I got to get off of here. I got to get all this shit out of the kitchen before my wife gets home. I love you all. There's a video that went up an hour ago. There's a video that went up an hour ago you should probably check out. I love you guys. I will see you later, and I will talk to you in the next video. Later. I got to go. I would stay here all day with you guys, but I can't. Bye.